Hey, ZombieTactics coming at you today from somewhere in a parking lot in North America. Today I'm going to open up a new series called the Ammo Can of Worms. The ammo can will come up here somewhere. And it is a can of worms. As a matter of fact, it's something that's been a controversy in the firearms industry for probably, well, geez, at least decades, if not closer to 100 years. And I'm not going to tell you what it is in this episode. I'm going to leave that for you to kind of figure out, and I'm going to give you a couple of thought experiments along the lines of what we're going to be talking about. And these thought experiments are designed to get you actually thinking, because this is the kind of issue that most people, they have an opinion upon, but if they really sat down and thought about it for a second, they really haven't thought it through. They read an article in a magazine, or they heard the opinion of some supposed expert, and they've adopted that because they think that person's cool, or that magazine's cool, or whatever, and that's as much thought as they put into it. So I'm going to give you a couple of thought experiments here, and I'm going to warn you that they are not going to be really obvious, but you'll kind of get the idea of what we're talking about. The first thought experiment, as I want to give you, is this. Let's pretend that all of a sudden you heard from somebody, hey, you know, I heard that ZombieTactics guy that's got that YouTube channel. Yeah, man, he's dead. He's dead. He was in this bar, and I think, well, somebody told me that he got poisoned, man. Somebody bought him a drink, and it was poisoned. And you're going, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Well, over the next weeks and months on somebody else's YouTube channel, somebody somehow is able to get a hold of the security tape from the video, the security video from that bar, and it looks something like this. Now you see here I am in the bar, and I'm having my first drink. Maybe somebody bought it for me, maybe not. We don't really know. And everything seems to be okay. So there I am having the first drink. And then somebody buys me a second drink, and here I am. I'm feeling a little bit good and having the second drink, but you know, for the most part, everything still kind of seems to be okay. And then, well, I'm having another drink. Obviously, I'm a little bit snockered here by the time this happens, and there we go. There we go. Looks like I've been poisoned, and I hit the deck. So that's your first thought experiment, is to just think about that and ask yourself, what really happened? What did you actually see happen in that video? And what can you conclude from that video of me supposedly being poisoned in a bar? Well, the second thought experiment goes like this. Let's pretend that it's a time in the future and zombies have taken over the earth, and we're on the run, and the zombies are after us. Well, we find ourselves in like some kind of a shipping department or a railroad yard, where we've got these shipping containers that they're lifting off with cranes and putting them on trains or putting them over to boats or something like that. And we're going to use the ammo can again to represent that. And here's our three zombies, and we're going to use these eggs to represent them. And, well, zombie number one's coming along, and we've decided we don't want to use ammo. We're going to try and have a little bit of fun. So we're going to drop these shipping containers on them. And we pick up the first shipping container for the first zombie, and we find out that it weighs something like, let's say it weighs about 50,000 pounds. Okay? And we take that thing, and we go to drop it. And, by the way, we can tell how much it weighs because there's a scale on the crane that we're using. And we pick that sucker up, and we drop it on a zombie, and it kind of falls off the line a little bit and ends up flat on its side. But sure enough, it crushes the zombie, and more importantly, it crushes the zombie's head. And we pick that sucker up, and that's one dead zombie. He's not going to be getting up again. He's not only undead, he's re-dead, and he's permanently dead. So then another zombie comes along. We pick up another container, and we find out that this one weighs, let's say, somewhere in the area of 30,000 pounds. And we pick that thing up, and we drop it on the zombie's head, and sure enough, this time we are lucky, and we drop it just straight down, and so it lands on the edge like it's supposed to, and on that side, and sure enough, even though it's 30,000 pounds, it squashes that zombie's head. So that's a big success. Well, we pick up another container for our third zombie, and it turns out this one only weighs, let's say, about 20,000 pounds, maybe 25,000 pounds this shipping container weighs. And we go to drop this one, and one of the cables comes done, and it ends up that we drop the thing right on the smallest edge of that shipping container. But sure enough, square on the zombie's head himself, and that zombie's dead. Now, the ratio of those weights in this little experiment that we've done are there for a particular reason. Somewhere around 50,000, somewhere around 30,000, somewhere around 25,000 pounds. So I want you to consider that so that you try and figure out what we're talking about. And that's your thought experiment today in the Ammo Can of Worms series. And we'll be back with more of it and all the other stuff on the Zombie Tactics channel soon. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.